Hi. We learned a few things tonight. Number one is you can't kick the puck in the net, but here's the kicker. No one tells you what a kick is. Number two, it doesn't matter how a story begins. You can break a record, 19 straight games with a point. But then the number becomes 5-on-5 versus 3-on-3, when in the end, it's just a one-on-one fight to the death with defeat. And number three, we learned this thing still fits. Let's go! Give me what I want! Kick down the door! Drew, you are not doing this! What? Not nice! There's a giant head! You hear yourself!
I made like 2,000 of these. I'd like to have fun. With you, wherever you are, welcome to LFR.
This is absolutely the worst case scenario. Leafs lose 4-3 in overtime to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I have to wear this stupid thing. Fellow Leafs YouTuber Nick Barden challenged me to wear this jersey that I wore when I was like 5 or 6 years old because it's stretchy and still fits, and because Adam on the podcast thought he had to wear Devil's pajamas for no good reason. No one asked him to do that, and now I'm doing this. Mitch Marner breaks the record. I gotta wear this stupid jersey, and to top it all off, they lost anyway. I hate this. I'm gonna sit down. It's not so easy to move.
We'll get to all that and more, but first, you think you know which way it's gonna go? Make your bet at Sports Interaction. When the puck drops, Sports Interaction has you covered. Pre-game, live betting on all major sports, and their many prop bets. Want to bet? Head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. That's sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. So this LFR needs to be a bit... I can't believe I'm wearing this. This feels like a sports bra, I think. Anyway, oh, I feel so stupid. So, this LFR video needs to be a little bit different, and no, not because I'm wearing whatever this is. My wrists are at my elbows! What is that stain? Okay, this LFR video needs to be a little different because I mentioned this on the podcast, and I mentioned this on the Sportsnet YouTube channel tonight. I didn't get to watch the game. I was doing a stream on Sportsnet's YouTube channel called Watch Hockey Night in Canada with Steve Dangle, like I do every Saturday, except most Saturdays we're watching the Leafs game. This Saturday, we were not. We switched it up. We did an all-Canadian matchup between the Montreal Canadiens and the Edmonton Oilers. So rather than lie to you and be like, I'm going to talk about the intricacies of this game, I'm going to talk about the three biggest factors. Because I did at very least get to watch the end of it. That's the part where they lost, which I think I now know why they lost. I saw 2 goals, one from each team. Only one of them counted. Can you guess? First story, Mitch Marner breaks a record. The Toronto Maple Leafs have been around for over 100 years, and nobody in that over a century of existence has ever had a 19-game point streak. Mitch Marner became the first player to ever do that. No more sharing it with Eddie Olchuk. No more sharing it with Daryl Sittler. Mitch Marner stands alone in the Leafs history book, and that is incredible. On top of that, the goal was incredible. He could have had it earlier in the penalty kill. This thing was shorthanded. When Mitch Marner and David Kampf are on the ice, they are absolute menaces. If David Kampf wants to become a bigger offensive force at 5-on-5, he should simply watch footage of himself on the penalty kill. It's when he's most dangerous, I swear. He's unreal. Marner with a great chance. Kampf with a wonderful battle to get it to Marner, who is hilariously posted up in front of the net like, this is my time. He's like in the bumper on the power play, but on the penalty kill, bags it, gets his own place in history. Huge. It's what absolutely everybody in this fan base wanted to see. They wanted to see Mitch have his moment and get history. You saw how big it was for him. You saw how big it was for his teammates. You saw how big it was for everyone who's a fan of the blue and white. Sorry, the original blue and white, not the other team who, just sort of took it and made next to no changes at all. We're gonna be blue with a white stripe at the bottom. Anyway, moving on. Here's what sucks. He set a record. It was amazing. It was so amazing. We're all happy with how amazing it was. Here's Mitch Marner after the game.
How does it feel to have the record all to yourself now? I mean, it's cool. Like I was saying to you guys earlier this week, man. I grew up in this city. I love being a part of this team nowadays. It's special to me. It's special growing up to watch this team play hockey and now to have my name in something pretty amazing. It's it's hard to describe, but like I've been saying to you guys, man, it's not a one-man effort up there. It's 5-man. That was a great effort by Dave there on that first one there, and just trying to go out there and help this team win games. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do it tonight, but. A lot of love to my guys for helping me out and achieve this accomplishment.
What did you see? You mentioned a good play by Dave on that short-handed goal as it played out there.
Yeah, man, just Dave working his cajoons off like usual. I mean, like I said to you guys earlier, Dave doesn't get enough love for what he does, and it was a great effort by him there, solo, really down low goal line to bring it to the net, get it back, and then find me in the slot. So he's a workhorse for this team. He does a lot that he doesn't get mentioned for, and we're lucky to have him.
What stands out about this matchup? Does it feel like kind of almost a continuation of what you guys were doing in the playoffs last season?
I think it's just two competitive teams that have really good players that, don't give a whole lot out there, make it tight. Obviously, it's a physical match as well where, both teams, like I said, aren't giving up a whole lot. So, you're always in for a big matchup against these guys. They're going to bring it as well, and, you always got to be ready for it.
Dude, this sucks. Dude, we talked about this. Passing to Bunting on the empty net, missing the empty net, and then finally getting it, and the huge sigh of relief. You saw, there might have been a little bit of stick clenching, but he got there. He got there. And everyone was thrilled he got there. Matthews, after the game, glowing that his pal got there. Got his place in history to share with Holchuk and Sittler. Then Marner breaks the record against the Lightning, no less. Huge boost for the team. And then after that, enormous boost to the whole team's psyche and ego and whatever you want to call it. They go to their truest, darkest dark place. Where's that, Steve? 3-on-3 overtime is where that is. Once again, quote Ted Lasso, when it comes to 3-on-3 overtime, the Leafs have the worst case of the yips I've ever seen. Giveaway, Killorn shot, Killorn goal, Leafs lose. And after this amazing night, this huge boost of a night, this record-breaking night, they sound like this. This sucks, man. This really, I hate that the Leafs are wearing this so much. I know there's no such thing as a moral victory. There's definitely not a moral victory against the team that eliminated you in the playoffs last year, a team that you hold to a certain standard in the Atlantic Division, and how you view yourselves as a franchise. I get that. I wish so much more for Mitch and for this group than to feel down on themselves after a game that was so hard fought, a streak in wins, not just points, that has been so solid, and a point streak that could continue next game. People talk about how this fan base can be hard on the Leafs, or the media can be hard on the Leafs. I hope after this one, the Leafs are not hard on the Leafs. Dude, could you improve? For sure. That's what all the video sessions are for. That's Sheldon's job. You got a whole staff. You got tomorrow to worry about, dude. Celebrate today. You broke a record. That's sick. Number 2. Tavares, kicking it in. What did he think about it? Let's listen.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get it with my skate, but I thought I got pushed there. I didn't see the replay. I just felt like I got kind of, that kind of propelled me to move my leg the way it did, as I was just trying to get the puck stopped with my foot. So, whatever the rule is, it is what it is. Didn't go our way, and unfortunately, we couldn't find one after that.
Here's the thing. I hate the rule distinct kicking motion. I hate it with all my heart. It's wrong. It's wrong and dumb. Dude, we've seen guys fully kick out their foot, like fully kick it out. And then because the kicking motion stopped just before the puck hit their skate, then it deflects in. Oh, it's a deflection. We've seen guys angle their skates and clearly mean to kick it, but it's not a distinct kicking motion, so it counts? What about Tavares' kick that I agree is a kick is a distinct kicking motion? What is a distinct kicking motion? Can I show you what I think it is? Huh! Yeah! Get in there! Anyway, you get the picture. We're just going to ignore all that. Did you show me that that's a distinct kicking motion? What John Tavares did, that is a distinct sliding motion. That wasn't kicking, that was falling with style. So I'm not complaining about it, I'm just complaining about it, you know? I'm complaining, but it's not like a distinct complaining motion. Number 3, why don't I let you guys ask the question? Should Keefe have listened to his gut and start Tavares? That's a good tweet. Whenever we make it to overtime, the Toronto Maple Leafs literally looked like they couldn't beat the Timbits kids that play during intermission. I'm not responding to this question in particular, but I just, is your profile picture The Rock in a Leafs uniform? It is. Okay, I'm just making sure. Who would you start in OT? Dude, I honestly don't think it matters who you start, because remember, this conversation began when we really started to notice the Leafs were bad at this whole 3-on-3 overtime thing. It was Riley with Marner and Matthews, and we're like, oh man, they should be our best guys, and they never block. Then Sheldon Keefe goes, all right, I'm gonna galaxy brain this. We're gonna do Riley with Marner and Tavares. I think they might have even lost another one since then. Like, I remember Willie had a really bad one. I don't even remember which overtime loss that was. And then in this one, they have Matthews, who's been playing great, Marner, who's been playing great, and Sandin. He's been playing great. It's completely in their own heads, man. Completely in their own heads. And I don't know what to do about that. Honestly, like, what would I do? I know it's the Lightning. I don't care. David Kampf at center. Pierre Engvall's pretty fast. I'll put him as the second forward. And then on defense, Victor Mete. That's what I would do. Let the Leafs try to survive that shift. Maybe even win it. Wouldn't that be great? And let the Stars watch from the bench as they completely lose their minds with adrenaline overload. This isn't a talent issue. Usually when teams are bad at 3-on-3, it's a talent issue. It's not a talent issue. I think it's the yips. It's Danny Rojas after accidentally killing the dog. Spoiler. Sorry. That happened a long time ago. Listen, hey, here. You want the good news? From James Myrtle. Glass half full. The Leafs have only one regulation loss in 17 games. 11-1-5, which is hilarious. Glass half empty, whatever they're doing in overtime. Hey, how about glass all the way full? There's no 3-on-3 overtime in the playoffs. I want to see the Leafs overcome this. I need to see the Leafs overcome this. They got to get over this hump, because speaking of the playoffs, they got to get over that hump. Their struggles in October, their struggle with 3-on-3, I don't mind watching the Leafs go through it a little bit and figure it out, especially early in the season, especially when they're racking up points and they're racking up wins and they're all the way up in the standings. It's okay for them to trip and fall a little bit. I want to see how this team gets back up, because that's been the issue. So, what do you think? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. And what did I miss? What did I miss? I'm going to be honest. I probably missed a bunch. So let me know. Let's have a conversation. Let's have this be nice. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Brand new podcast on Monday where I think I have to wear this again.